Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, I had a voice radio. So today, we're looking at an exciting new card from the upcoming Ultra Prism expansion. And you know what's weird? It's not a Sinnoh Pokemon. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is an Alolan Pokemon. It's a Alolan form Dugtrio. That's right, we've already got one. Now we're getting a second one. Is it any good? I don't know. Let's have a gander. Now, it is a metal Pokemon, and we've seen a ridiculous amount of love for metal Pokemon recently in the Pokemon trading card game. We've got Mount Coronet, which allows you to drag 2 metal energies from your discard into your hand. We've got Magnezone that allows you to just attach as many metal energy per turn as you like. And let's not forget the redonkulously good new Solgaleo GX that does 120 damage for just a double colorless energy and attaches 2 basic energy from your discard to one of your bench Pokemon. Bear that in mind. That's going to be very important as we go through looking at Alolan Dugtrio. Now, the first thing to note when you look at this card, the 60 HP is appalling for a Stage 1 Pokemon. It is absolute, utter garbage as a Stage 1 Pokemon's HP. Now, to be fair, it's not the only time we've seen this. The Raticate I'm fairly fond of from Evolutions only had 60 HP. But even so, 60 HP is incredibly low. And actually, the weakness to Fire hit isn't great because of Volcanion. And if we put the two of them together, it's actually kind of annoying because a Volcanion with a Fighting Fury belt here for just a single fire energy will then actually do 60 damage. With the weakness, get a one-hit KO. Not entirely ideal, ladies and gentlemen, but this isn't a Pokemon that's going to stick around. You just have to accept with this Pokemon, it's going to get KO'd, so get a good attack off while you can. It does have resistance to Psychic, as we expect from most of our metal Pokemon, and that's kind of cool, because it's got a resistance to Garbodor, but again, you've got 60 HP, don't get too excited. Retreat cost of 1 would be awesome if this was a Pokemon that used energy, but it's got 3 attacks, and weirdly, the fact that the attacks are free actually makes the retreat cost of 1 more annoying, because now you've got to put energy on to retreat it, and you don't really want to be putting energy on at all. Although if that's the worst thing we can say about the card, maybe it's not the worst thing ever. Although to be fair, the worst thing we can say about the card, 60 HP! Now do remember that the fact that this metal does give it plenty of options. You've got the Registeel from Crimson Invasion, which is pretty good for energy acceleration. Oh no, wait, you don't need no energy. Although you do need energy in the discard, we'll get to that in a second. And you're hitting for weakness against stuff like Gardevoir. Now, I've been on record several times in my videos recently saying that Gardevoir is probably not going to be a great Pokemon after the release of Ultra Prism, just because there's so many metal Pokemon that are just going to be redonkulously good when it comes out. But, you know, something to bear in mind just in case. Now, the thing we really like about this particular Pokemon is the fact that for 0 energy, it's an Alolan Pokemon, and like many of them, it takes 0 energy to attack. You get to do 30 damage for every metal energy you discard from your hand. You discard as many metal energy from your hand as you like. This attack does 30 damage for each energy discarded. Shout out to the lovely RappelmannTCG, Mr. David Hockman himself, for the translation. And this could add up pretty quickly. You whack a choice band on there, you discard 3 energy from your hand, and then you're doing 120, which, as long as you are hitting for weakness, will be enough to KO something like a Gardevoir with a non-GX. But it's not necessarily the damage that I love about this attack, although I do. This could add up. It's a lot to ask, but it could add up. It's the fact that you're discarding the energy, and Metal has become one of those types lately that really wants to have a whole bunch of energy in the discard. Let's give a few examples, cards we've already spoken about. How about Registeel? Registeel attaches an energy from your discard to one of your bench Pokemon. We need energy in a discard. This will help you very nicely. Registeel actually accelerates any energy, but of course, we're using metal here. Even better than that, the new Solgaleo GX, for just a double colourless energy, you get to do 120 and attach 2 energy from your discard to one of your bench Pokemon. That's really good, but you're going to need at least 2 energy in the discard to make the most of Solgaleo's attack. Alolan Dugtrio is a great opening Pokemon here. Want one more example? I've already mentioned Mount Coronet. Mount Coronet is brilliant because it allows you to grab 2 metal energy from your discard into your hand. So you can discard 2 energy with Alolan Dugtrio, do 60 damage, which for 0 energy on a single prize non-EX, non-GX Pokemon is not bad at all, and then just recover them straight away. So you don't lose anything by discarding the energy. Now, some people have pointed out, hang on a second, it's not really a free attack, is it? It does 0 damage if you don't have any energy in your hand. Well, to be pedantic, I am a pedant, it's still an attack, it just does 0 damage, but it's the fact that you don't need any energy on Alolan Dugtrio. So you can really focus here on discarding energy from your hand, and you could do a whole bunch of damage. There's nothing to stop you here from discarding 8 energy and getting a 1-hit KO on a Decidueye, or discarding 7 energy and getting a 1-hit KO on a Zoroark. I don't think it's something you're going to do very often, but it's absolutely possible. Now, we will need a few ways to actually get this energy from your deck into your hand. We've got a few options. We've still got Professor's Letter in the format at the moment. That allows you to search your deck for 2 basic energy and put them into your hand. That could be kind of fun. Don't forget, of course, that we've also got the POW Oricorio, which has the same effect, but as an ability on a basic Pokemon, rather than actually using an item card here. But they are both things that you could do to get some energy into your hand. Of course, we've already mentioned Mount Coronet here, which gets 2 metal energy from your discard pile into your hand, and there's nothing to stop you using Fisherman. Now, as a side note, don't expect Fisherman to be hanging around in the format for very long at all. We expect it to be rotating during the next rotation because it came out in Breakthrough. Having said that, so did Professor's Letter, and we've talked about that, so ignoring Fisherman. I mean, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, at this stage it would just be a little bit rude. I like Alolan Dugtrio. And don't forget, of course, you can always use a Wally on turn 1 of the game, and you could even use a Tapu Lele's Wonder Tag to search it out. It's not always the easiest thing to pull off, but the thing to remember here is, this is an early game attack. If you're playing something like Registeel, like the new Solgaleo especially, you want energy in your discard to accelerate. And you can always use something like an Ultra Ball to get the energy into your discard. But a lot of the time, this is going to be a better way of doing it. Don't forget that if you're against something like an Alolan Vulpix or a Ralts, if you discard just a single energy from your hand, you're hitting for 60 with weakness and getting a KO. Even against your slightly bulkier Pokemon like Rowlet and Zorua, 2 energy from your hand, and you're doing 60, you're getting a KO on them. That could be quite important as we go through here, because you can be taking cheeky KOs while getting stuff into your discard pile. And that really is what you want here. All around, not a bad Pokemon at all. I'm going to go ahead and give it 3 Wassies. I don't think it's a great card. I don't think it's going to be a staple in every deck. But as an early game attacker, which can discard energy, which you want, while taking cheeky KOs, which you want, there is certainly a fair bit of potential here. Now, I also need to give a little shout out here to the other Alolan Dugtrio. Just remind you all that it does exist, that it is out there, that it can be used. Not that I think many people will be using it, of course. It's just something that you could. The attack's pretty bad, 3 colourless energy, 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, but the ability Tangling Hair to increase the retreat cost of your opponent's Pokemon. In some matchups, this could be pretty gosh darned handy. Now, I should also give a quick shout out, as it was revealed today, we don't always, but Alolan Diglett was also revealed today, so let's give a very quick shout out to Alolan Diglett. Alolan Diglett, 50 HP, that's right, you gain a whopping 10 HP by evolving. Cheers for that, Dugtrio. 0 energy, flip a coin until you get tails, 10 damage times the number of heads. Autobot Tesla translated that one for us. Again, we're not talking any kind of amazing attack here, But in an absolute pinch for 0 energy, there's nothing to stop you flipping 24 heads in a row, except for massive statistical improbability. But it is still technically possible. If you've got nothing else, it could work. 3 heads in a row, that's a 1 in 8 chance, 12.5%. Down goes Alolan Vulpix. There are worse Pokemon that you can start with. There are worse Pokemon to have out. At least it's got a 0 energy attack. Even if 50% of the time, it's going to be doing nothing. But as always with this stuff, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you think about Alolan Dugtrio. Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and so on, you can do so by going to patreon.com/PTCGRadio. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.